Dallas Cowboys training camp is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to the Cowboys fans. How you feeling, Cowboys fans? Are you very excited about the season? Or you not that excited about the season? Or you kind of in the middle? You mad? How you feeling about this, Cowboys fans? We done made a lot of changes here in Dallas, and the defense has been reloaded. So let me know how you feeling, and we're going to talk about it right here on the Dallas Cowboys Update.
It's very simple. Dak was indispensable in my mind. And so, yes. And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
What?
Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.
Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.
What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of Dallas Cowboys Update, brought to you by DopeContent.com.
Yeah.
This is your host, K. Lou here, man, and this is Dope Content with the K. So make sure you spell it with the K, because I could trademark that one. I could not trademark Dope Content with the C at the time that I started all of this. And my name is K. Lou, so we just keeping it in the K's here. So for everybody that's new and be like, hey, why you spell Dope Content with the K? It's not how you spell it. Shut up.
Yeah.
So, keeping it moving, man. It's going to be a short video here. We're just here to talk about the Cowboys and what's going on lately with them. And, you know, I haven't done a Cowboys video in a while because I decided that after the season ended, I was going to do my usual who we firing or who we cutting and who we re-signing video that I always do. But after that, I was going to be done. I was going to cleanse myself. I thought it was going to be some drama with the George Pickens stuff. So I just got away early, right? I was like, I'm gonna protect my mental peace this year, and I'm not gonna talk about none of that stuff. I'm not even gonna look into none of that stuff like that, right? But going back to January, man, on my last video, I was saying, hey, you need to sign George Pickens, stop playing, because I don't think his agent, David Mulligetta, is gonna let him play on the franchise tag. And lo and behold, George Pickens signed that franchise tag. And George Pickens showed up to camp in June, right? And he even said himself, David Mulligetta didn't want him to do that, but he said he was going to do it anyway. Now, to go back into February, during the Super Bowl week out there in California, he said he pretty much made it clear that he wants to be in Dallas. He's not really trying to think about the money situation. He's going to let his agent and Jerry and them work it out. But overall, he wants to be in Dallas. He wants to be a Cowboy. He loves playing with Dak, loves playing with CD, loves the city, yada, yada. So, and anytime you heard from George Pickens after that, it was pretty much the same thing. Like, yo, I really want to just win in Dallas. So for the fact that you had people like Emmanuel Acho and other folks, national media was like, he ain't doing this. This is after George Pickens has made his comments. I said what I said in January. George hadn't said nothing then, right? Emmanuel Acho is steady going off. George Pickens ain't doing this. Him and Shady, he ain't doing this. He ain't showing up. And George Pickens showed up, and George Pickens played. He put the pads on. He caught balls. He did everything that he was supposed to do at minicamp. So shout out to George Pickens.
Yeah.
And shout out to him for basically putting an end to this George Pickens drama. We don't have to deal with it moving forward, right? We could go into a training camp probably for the first time that I can't remember the last time we went to a training camp where it was just this quiet and this normal for the Dallas Cowboys. So shout out to George Pickens for doing what he did, and low key shout out to the Cowboys for figuring it out. I don't even know how else to say it. Shout out to the Cowboys for figuring out the rest of the team and yada yada, right? Because the only thing we can really talk about now is the players that we have on the roster right now, who's going to make the team, who should step up in camp, who should we expect to step up in preseason, and etc. Right? And maybe is there a trade out there that we can still get? Maybe we can revisit the Max Crosby trade, or what about Jordan Brooks? Is there something we could get for him now? You know, Miami seems to be playing hardball with that. They want a lot for Jordan Brooks, but looking at this team, like, are you willing to give that up after seeing what you see early in the season / minicamp, preseason, and etc.? So just keeping it going, man. Cowboys fans, let me know how you feeling. Once again, in the chat, once you see this video, whether it's on the website or YouTube, let me know how you feeling. George Pickens is coming back in, man. Shout out to him. Once again, he's 25 years old. 93 catches last year. Almost 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns. His average yards per catch was 15.4, which was number 7 in the league. So, I mean, you're getting the player back. Then you got CD coming back. You have Turpin right now. I don't know. I think Turpin makes it just because the returner, right? And you have Ryan Flanoy, who started to emerge last year near the end of the season. And hopefully he can be that number 3, because right now they are expecting him to be the number 3. You got rid of Jalen Tolbert to keep Ryan Flanoy. Then behind him, you got Jonathan Mingo. I am personally tired of the Jonathan Mingo project. I was mad then when we traded the fort for him, and I'm still don't like the fact that he's on the team now. No disrespect to him personally, he's just not working. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he whatever with him. Trayshawn Holden is a guy that I personally have my eye on. I hope he makes the team. I hope he gets to show out, because I feel like there's a lot of talent there in Trayshawn Holden. So that's a guy that I'm looking, keeping my eye on. Tyler Johnson is another guy. Those two are the guys I'm kind of keeping my eye on in the training camp and preseason to see if they can stand out a little bit. So just be on the lookout for them. Now, the situation here on offense is the running back situation, right? You get Javonte Williams back. Shout out to Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
And a lot of Cowboys fans were expecting to go get another veteran running back or even draft another running back, right? And they was like, well, Jaden Blue didn't turn out to be what we wanted him to be last year. Malik Davis is up and down. Phil Maffa was hurt all last year, so we need a running back. Well, according to some reports, Jaden Blue has kind of turned it around, and he's already impressing Schottenheimer and other coaches, right? With minicamp and just his attitude, his mental, right? Jaden Blue even said himself that, hey, I had to look myself in the mirror, and instead of saying why me, why I'm not on the field, like as a they're attacking me, they don't like me, I start saying why I'm not on the field, because what am I doing to not be on the field? I want to be on the field. I should be practicing better. Maybe that's it. Like, he started reflecting to himself. So according to Jaden himself, right? So that's a good thing to hear, and hopefully Jaden Blue turns out to be what we think he's going to be, or what we want him to be, right? Like, that explosive back out the backfield that brings in that speed. You got Javonte bringing that power, Jaden Blue bringing that speed. Thunder and lightning, man. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then I say, if they don't see what they want to see at the end of preseason or the end of training camp, then I'm sure they would go looking for a running back. That's not a position I really worry about too much, right? Because I feel like they can go find a running back whenever they need to. So, defense, right? You got Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Overshown. D. Winters is a new addition to the team from San Francisco. Donovan Ezeraku on his second year, man. I feel like he's going to have a nice season, a nice jump to his second year. James Houston. You add Kobe Durant from LA and Jalen Thompson. You add him to the safety position. You got Deron Bland. Hopefully he stays healthy. And then you have Caleb Downs, Malik Hooker, right? So you got to load it on paper. You got a lot of talent on defense. And then you got a brand new defensive coordinator in Christian Parker, who's everybody seems to love and be hyped on right now. And it's good. Look, Cowboys fans, be happy, be excited that you got a new defensive coordinator and that it seems like they invested a lot of talent in this team. Be happy about it. But at the same time, pump the brakes. Be realistic, right? Because some of the things I'm seeing, and it's not just Cowboys fans, it's Cowboys, some of the content creators, right? Not all of them, but some of them, right? Like, I'm seeing people talk about top 5 defense already. And I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that. I think I need to be a little bit realistic. I think it'll be great if they crack top 10. I think that'll be great. But just to go from dead last year to top 5, and Christian Parker is in his first year ever as a defensive coordinator. Yes, he seems talented. He seems to have the culture and yada yada. He's smart. I get it. But it's still his first year. Caleb Downs, hell of a player. One of the smartest players ever, according to a lot of experts, right? He's still in his first year. Right? We switching from 4-3 to 3-4. Can everybody adjust to that? I know Quentin Williams and Rashawn Gary, they'll be just fine. But what about the rest of the team? You know what I'm saying? Is Overshown going to be what we think he is? Can he stay healthy? Again, like Kobe Durant, is he as shut down as a lot of y'all say he is? Jalen Thompson, like we got a lot of names. Like it looked good on paper. It looks great on paper. Like on Madden, yeah, it'll be very good on Madden. But realistically, I think y'all need to pump the brakes a little bit, because I don't want you to get too overexcited, and then when things don't go your way, you gonna be mad and depressed. Be happy if they crack top 10 defense. Can they crack top 10? Absolutely. Top 5, that's kind of putting too much pressure on this defense in 1 year. To go from dead last, historical bad, you still got some of them players on this team, on this defense now. Yeah, you added people, but you still got some of these people that was on the dead last defense. So, like, I got a couple of questions. Like, I don't know what Deron Bland is going to be. Outside of Bland and Durant, who is our other cornerback? Like, I don't trust no other cornerback. I barely trust Bland. And Durant, I'm like, I'm on that. So, I still feel like they got some work to do before y'all start talking about top 5, and then all that. Even top 10 is being generous. Like, I think at best they be top 15 this year. And then if they retain Christian Parker, then the next year you might talk about top 10, top 5. Right? But top 5 immediately, I think that's going to be a little tough. Like, you're going to need these rookies to step up. Like, Caleb Downs is going to have to really be Ed Reed Jr. out there if you try to crack top 5 this year already. Quentin Williams is going to do his thing. I'm not worried about him. Kenny Clark. What is Kenny Clark now? Like, I have no idea. Because 1 minute he can look washed as hell, and then the next minute he can be like, oh, shoot, Kenny Clark might still got something in the tank. Rashawn Gary, like, he ain't no Micah. He ain't no Tank Lawrence. Well, he might be neck and neck with Tank. But, like, well, I don't know, man. I just think y'all need to relax a little bit. I'm not trying to be negative. I just think y'all need to relax a little bit, right? So, offense, I feel like the offense, everybody's saying, oh, well, the offense is fine. Yeah, the offense is fine. But there were games last year and times where we needed the offense to step up and they couldn't step up. So the red zone efficiency needs to change. They need to be better in the red zone. You got all these weapons. You have a Dak Prescott, a Jake Ferguson, a CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Javonte Williams, and your red zone wasn't that good like that. Like, you need to be better in the red zone. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But that's all I got. Cowboys fans, let me know how you feeling. Let me know about training camp, how you feel. Who are you looking for to stand out and make the team? Somebody that's, not really getting talked about. Like I told you, I got a couple of players that I'm looking for to see who make this team. Trayshawn Holden being one of them, wide receiver right out of Oregon. That's a guy that I feel like there's a lot of talent there with him. And we just didn't get to see it last year, right? So Trayshawn Holden, Tyler Johnson, those are two guys I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna keep my eye out on Jaden Blue, of course, because we have to know what Jaden Blue is before the season start, right? So defensive wise, I think the people I would look for defensive wise is James Houston, Of course, I want to see how Deron Bland, because right now I do not trust Deron Bland. How is Sam Williams gonna fit in this 3-4? I feel like Sam Williams is very athletic, very talented as hell, but how's he gonna fit, right? Malachi Lawrence right now, Siobhan Revel or Revel, however you say his name. That is the guy I want to keep my eye on as well, right? I forgot they got PJ Locke too, so they got a lot of names here, interesting names. It's gonna be tough to see what this team do, but yeah, we got to see who stands out at practice, at training. I'm not even gonna say training camp, because what happens every year is training camp. We see a few clips of somebody at training camp, and everybody goes crazy. Oh my God, yada yada. Then when we get to the preseason game, that person that we saw at training camp never shows up, and then they look horrible in the preseason game going against other teams. So don't fall for the training camp clicks this year, please, people, and just wait until actual preseason. And you see game work film. That's when that's what you pay attention to. Training camp is cool, but y'all read way too much into training camp here in Dallas. It happens every year. Oh my God, look at this play, look at this. And then it never pans out in preseason or regular season. So just keep your eye out on some people. Let me know some players who you got your eye out on. I told you mine, man. So, let me know what you think. And how you feeling overall, man? Be excited. Be excited all you want, but pump the brakes a little bit as well. Be realistic with your excitement, right? Because I'm excited too. You can't get no worse defensively than you was last year, right? So I'm excited too. And I feel like a top 15 defense can help the Cowboys do some work. If that offense is what it was last year and your defense is at least top 15, we talking about something here. You know what I'm saying? So we got a very competitive team going here. Now, how aggressive are you going to be? The Rams just went and got Myles Garrett. Are you still going to try to get Max Crosby? Is he worth it? What about Jordan Brooks? Is there somebody else that might come available, later on? That just keep your eye on stuff like that, man. I don't want to keep y'all long. I kept y'all too long already, but enjoy the day. Enjoy your weekend whenever you see this. And until next time, man, y'all be safe. I am out.
It's very simple. Dak was indispensable in my mind. And so, yes. And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole. Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.
Did I talk to Michael?
Micah.